Y'all know it's real out here when I'm coming to you with like no glitter on, like unheard of, truly. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Just Shy. I am Shy, the person, not the adjective. And I did not want to make this video. I genuinely didn't, but I did for two reasons. First of all, because it really wouldn't have been possible without all of you. And secondly, because your girl got a sponsor, like, how? But yes, today's video has been sponsored by TryTreats. They are a snack company who bring treats from all over the world to us people who are not all over the world, and specifically a Shy who does not like to travel. So they reached out to me and I was like, I am 100% gonna need comfort food to get through this video. So they so graciously sent me this box of items to try. The box that I got is from Indonesia, which I'm really excited about because I have a friend who lives out there and she also proxies for me. So like, shout out to her if she's watching. She's probably not, but just in case, shout out to her if she's watching. So yeah, I buy from Indonesia quite a lot. I've never gotten any snacks from there though, except for one time I did buy something and then a seller sent me some Indonesian candy and I was like, ooh. You know, when you just eat mysterious candy that strangers got you and you're like, ooh, I wish I could buy some more. Well, they sent this lovely list of everything that's in the box. So during this video, I'm going to be eating various things to cope with my existence of having to exist and having had this happen to me. So without further ado, let's get into the video. If y'all hear something in my mouth, it's this. I don't know what it is, but like, I think this is the brand of that candy that other girl sent me and it was real good. So I just wanna, yeah. Anyway, so yes, the title you read is accurate. I, in fact, accidentally won yet another fan sign and spoke to freaking Kim Hongjoong of all people. I am still like not over it. It's a month later. It's like 2 months later, actually. When was the comeback? July? Was the comeback in July? June? It was in June, right? I'm a gom. I should know this. I think it's 2 months later. It's August the 20th. It's been quite a while. But basically, I decided for this era that I wanted to host a go for all Korean fan sites, all Korean pre-orders and things like that, because I thoroughly collect Kim Hongjoong. Like, yay! I got Hongjoong! I'm so excited! Yes! Ah, finally! Finally! We have one Hongjoong! Our limited card we got. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. We pulled Hongjoong and Jongo. I can't. What? Sorry. Oh, this is the limited card. Oh my god, I love it. 2. Oh my gosh, Hongjoong. Pulls and Hongjoong. Okay, let's do this one. Hongjoong. One, two. I'm sorry, y'all. I almost had a heart attack. 2. Let's go. 1, 2. 2. It's another. Oh my god, it's Hongjoong! Oh my god, I'm sorry. Stop shaking. It's Hongjoong. It's a noble. 1, 2. Like, I'm not trying to be missing any of his cards. I didn't want to have to hunt anything down. And I just thought it would be fun since I moved and I got a bigger place and I can have like huge packages and things like that. This candy is so good. It's just like melting in my cheeks. Sorry, but like, wow. Yeah, since I got a bigger place, I was like, oh, I can have, you know, like large boxes and whatever come in and, you know, I can be a gome. Little did I know. It takes more than space to be a large scale gome. Oh my God. But that's a different story time for another day. So yes, that is how this all began. I decided I wanted to become a large scale group order manager, and I did. And thank you to all of you who are watching and are in my group order. Like, you guys are the best. You guys are the world. Thank you so much. Now let's do some disclaimers, because I feel like I'm gonna say some stuff and people are gonna be like, let's cancel her. let's cancel that girl. Like, okay, so I will say this first. I did not have fun winning this fan sign. I did not intend to win this fan sign, and I never want to do it again. Most of that is due to like my own personal social anxiety. If you don't know, it is something I struggle very heavily with, to the extent that like there are days where I can't even order a Subway sandwich for myself and leave the store in tears. Like, it's that bad. And if that story sounds real, it's because it is real. Ooh, I thought it was a hard candy, but it's chewy. Good God, that was a jaw workout for real. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyways, yes, disclaimers. So, yeah, I don't want to hear any kind of, she's so ungrateful. She got to talk to Hongjoong and she said she hated it. I mean, yes, it's not because it was Hongjoong. It's just because of my own anxieties. That's why I don't enter fan signs. Because I don't want to win, but sometimes like there's not another way around it. You have to buy, you know, from the listing to get the cards. I also specifically limited my ordering. I went into this era thinking that I was only going to order one set, 8 albums from each store. Some stores ended up having like 2 sets, and so I had to buy like 16. But I ended up having to push that limit because a lot of people were like, Shy, you know, can I get a spot in your go? And so I ended up doing 2 sets per store, but that's still just like 16 albums. Sometimes 32 if there's 2 cards or 2 versions or like online and offline. But, you know, just like a basic 2 sets. I know a lot of gomes. I know a lot of gomes. And I know a lot of Ateez that have tried for fan signs. Almost all of them have had to buy hundreds, not 100, hundreds of albums to get in. Like, very few times have I seen somebody be like, oh, I won with 50 albums. And even that's kind of rare. So it literally did not even occur to me that I could win buying like 16 albums. Like, it just didn't occur to me. I was like, no, there's no way. And for Hongjoong, like, no way. So with all of that out of the way, let's get into this fan sign. And also this snack. The other one was like milk, and I'm like, well, now I need some coffee to balance out all that milk. It makes sense in my brain. I don't eat coffee candy. I wonder if it's gonna be good. Somebody who lives in Indonesia, is this one good? Y'all need to tell me which ones are good and which ones I'm like, does this have caffeine in it? I'm a girl that shouldn't have caffeine. I guess we'll start at the beginning. So I was just sitting in my bed, minding my own business as a Shy does, streaming bouncy like a good A-teeny, when I get this email. And when I tell you that 11 o'clock at night, I screamed at the top of my lungs and threw my phone, like, I'm surprised I didn't get security called on me. Like, I'm surprised nobody thought I was being murdered, because Like, my first reaction was to scream and throw my phone. I was just like, nope, throw the whole phone away. Ain't gonna happen. And then, like, I was just staring at my phone, like, across the room. I was just like, if I pick it up, it's gonna be real. Like, that's what was going through my head. Like, it was already real because they sent me the email, but I was like, if I pick up my phone, like, it was like gonna make it super real. And I was like, okay, I mean, I need my phone, so we have to. So I must have read that email like 16 billion times, and I was like, are we sure? Like, me, are we sure? And I like went back and I like checked, and I was like, with my 16 albums, like, are we sure? Did we count? Check again. Like, I want to recount. Usually people say that it's like, I want to recount and I want it to be in my favor, but I wanted to recount and for somebody else to win. Like, no. So I was like, what do I do? Like, do I do what I did for the first fan sign that I won, which was for Kingdom, by the way, if you didn't watch that video. I won an in-person fan sign for Kingdom on accident, buying 6 albums. I didn't even buy 7 to complete the whole group. I just bought 6. But yeah, so I ended up like emailing Makestar for the Kingdom fan sign and being like, I can't make it. And they sent me a signed album. They were like, it's fine, you don't have to go. And I was like, thank God, because I wasn't going. So my first thought was like, okay, well, how do I cancel? Because And then I was like, I should ask my best friend what to do, because I was just straight up freaking out. I was just panicking. Like, I was not okay. And like, I bless my best friend. Like, she's the real one. I did that like she's dead. She's not dead. Just bless her. She stayed up with me for like hours, just like going over what I should do and like calming me down. She's truly the best in the world and I love her. And so in the end, she ended up convincing me to do the fan sign, not to speak to Hongjoong, not for the experience, but for the signed album. Tell me you're capitalist without telling me you're capitalist. No. Yeah, I did it for the signed album. I can't even lie to y'all. I was like, okay, if I make it through, I'll have a personalized signed album from Hongjoong to put on my shelf. Like, that's that's it. I was like, I don't know what to say to this man. Like, I've never like wanted to speak to him. It makes it sound like I don't like him. I adore this man from the bottom of my heart. I just don't like, I don't have the type of parasocial relationship where I would like to speak to people that I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say to the man. I don't have anything to say to him. Like, hey, what are we supposed to talk about? So she talked me down and she was like, Shy, you'll get a signed album, a personalized signed album, which is something you've always wanted. And I was like, that's true. This is my chance for that personalized signed album. So I decided that I was going to do it. I'll put some logistical information here now. So just, if you don't need this logistical information, skip this part. But okay, so for those of you who may want to win a fan sign in the future, have won a fan sign and came across this video, or I really think it would just be those two situations. Or will decide to go do a fan sign after this video, which I don't see how that would be possible since none of this is about to be positive. But so what happens is you get the email saying, you know, 축하합니다. I hate the 축하합니다 email. I really do. You get that email and it's like, congratulations, you've won the fan sign. Depending on the store, it'll either be all in Korean or it'll be in Korean and in English at the bottom. So mine had Korean and then English at the bottom. Makestar, I think, did Korean and then English at the bottom. But basically, they have you add them on Kakao or whatever thing you like chose to be your fan sign place. I always choose Kakao because I have a Kakao. Almost everybody has Kakao. Like, we love Kakao. So yeah, they're like, you add us on cacao and then we'll contact you. Like, it's a whole thing. You would think they would just like go through and add the winners because they have all of our information and like they make you put it, but no. So you have to message them on their cacao, and usually you have to like provide your name, your winner's number, which is like on the actual winners list. Everybody, the order in which the names were pulled, that is your winner's number. I was usually near the bottom. I was never the first. I just want to point that out. They were like, should we let her in? Like, So yeah, I was near the bottom. And shout out also to my other friend, Sapphire, for helping me, because I was like, what in the world are they talking about? A winner's number? Like my order number? Like, I was so confused. So yeah, they literally just mean the number from the winner's list that is next to your name. So usually you have to send that to them, plus your name, birthday, and they had me send a picture of me holding up my passport to like verify. So I had to send all of that and then wait days. Like, they don't just like, oh yeah, we got it. Like, no, like the day of the fan sign, they texted me back and they were like, okay, yeah, good, got it, yeah. And I was like, you couldn't have done that any earlier? Okay, I was just sitting here like worried if I did it right this whole time, but okay. So yeah, after that, they give you like a general time that the fan sign will start. They won't tell you what time they will actually be calling you. So you just get to wait that whole time. And they go in the order of the winner's number, so you'll know like generally, you know, when they'll call you, but subject to change, whatever. They give a bunch of disclaimers. Okay, so back to story time. The logistics probably helped no one, but I tried. So yeah. So my fan sign was at 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's my time. I'm in the middle. And so like, I'm an early riser. Like, I usually get up around 5:30 a.m., 7 a.m. if I'm sleeping in, 6 a.m. if I'm just like not feeling like getting up at 5 because I don't have anything to do. I usually get up at 5 to like pack trades, do group order stuff, like just do stuff in the morning. So if I don't have anything to do, I'm up at 6, and like at latest, I'm up by 7. This fan sign was at 4 a.m. So I was sitting there trying to figure out like, should I go to bed and then wake up early, or should I just stay up? And I was just like terrified that like I would fall asleep and then not be able to wake up, or like fall asleep and then oversleep and then have to get ready and then like be in the middle of getting ready and like it'd be a mess. So I decided to just stay up the whole time. That was a poor choice because they had notified me, I'm pretty sure like on Thursday, and then the fan sign was at 4 a.m. on a Saturday. So I had to stay up Friday night into Saturday. But fun fact, the Friday that I had to stay up all day, that was the comeback. That was like when Bouncy released. So I had filmed so many videos that day. I had to film the like day 1 unboxing. I filmed a reaction video. Like, I was so tired by the end of that day. And then I still had to stay up until 4 a.m. to speak to Kim Hongjoong. Like, on the day of the comeback, I was so exhausted, and it shows. And I've only eaten 2 things, but that coffee one is my favorite. I love coffee. I don't typically drink a lot of coffee because, again, I am not a girl who can have caffeine. I get crazy real quick. But dang, if that doesn't have caffeine in it, 12 out of 10. If it does have caffeine in it, like maybe 9 out of 10 because I can't eat too much of it. Anyway, so yeah, I'll put some clips. I'll put some clips of the fan sign in here. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to see you.
Yay!
He was really, really sweet. He was like, it's 4 in the morning? And I was like, yes. I was so dumb. I made such a dumb joke, and like he laughed out of courtesy. Like, I truly, truly, truly love Kim Hongjoong so much. So much. In the end, I can't say that I'm happy that I met him because I'm kind of not. Like, I really would have been perfectly happy existing on this earth and never having met Kim Hongjoong. Like, that is just the kind of girl that I am. Like, as much as I love and adore him and all of Ateez, like, I am happy being in my own space, enjoying their content in my own way and such and so forth. Like, I'm just not the one who's like, I'm trying to be a successful fan or whatever it is. Not me. No, no ma'am, I can't do it. But he was honestly so very sweet, and oh my God, he looks so handsome. He looks so handsome. He looks so freaking handsome. Like, oh my God, that man's smile. Like, I was like, take me, Jesus, I'm done. He really was wonderful to meet. And like, if I was a person who like didn't have social anxiety and like was a normal human girl, I'm sure it would have been like the experience of a lifetime. However, like I said, I was exhausted. I stayed up all day because I was up early that day because I knew I was going to have to film and everything like that for day one Ateez comeback stuff. And so I had so much to do. I was so exhausted. My stomach was in knots the whole day. So I also couldn't eat. So I hadn't eaten anything all day. And it was just like this giant knot of tension, just me carrying around all day because I also didn't want to say anything to anybody because I didn't know how it was going to go. And yeah, basically after, like, as soon as he hung up, like my mind just erased it. I am not kidding. Like, I got up, looked around, and I was like, I don't know what just happened. And I went to bed. And like, even in the morning, my best friend, she stayed up with me quite late. She stayed up until like, I think until the call connected, and then she, you know, fell asleep. But she texted me and she was like, how did it go? Like, what was anything like? And I didn't know. I was like, I was there and he was there, and I don't remember anything else. Like, my mind just straight up blanked it out. Like, I don't know. It was so interesting. And she was like, well, did you look at the footage? Because like, obviously I filmed it. And I was like, I don't even want to do that to myself. No, ma'am. Like, until today, when I am filming this video on August 20th, I have not looked at that footage. Like, I looked at it this morning because I had to edit it, and like, I had to do some editing to like put sound in, because when you record a phone call, apparently there's like no sound. So I had to record the sound separately, and then I had to like composite them together so that there would be sound as a whole. So I did that and like kind of like went through the clips a little bit just to make sure that the audio was synced. And yeah, I'm like, good thing I didn't watch that. I would have died. Like, that would have been it. That would have been it. But I did, in fact, get my signed albums. What this whole thing was about. So yeah, so this is my signed album. As you can see, he did not. He did not sign the front, which is what I thought was gonna happen and why I went through this whole thing. When Proxy Nim got it, she found the page for me and like showed it to me. I don't know if I want to cut out the page and like just frame the page, or I don't know how we're gonna do this. But yeah, he did not sign the front like I thought was gonna happen. But yeah, this is the page he signed for me. Isn't it cute? Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. It's everything I wanted and more. But yeah, so I don't know what, because I kind of don't want to destroy the album that he signed, but like also I kind of want to be able to look at my signed page. I don't know. If you or somebody you know have won a fan sign and have something like this, what do you do? Do you just cut it out and deal with that? Or like, I don't know. that was how I accidentally won the fan sign with Hongjoong. It's been a time. I am grateful, but don't want to do it again. That's how we can sum this up. Unfortunately, that's not what life had in store for me. And so then I want a second fan sign. Yeah, I don't even have anything to say about that. Like, yeah, it happened twice, but both of them were for pre-orders, which again, I only bought a maximum of 16 albums. A lot of the pre-orders I did only buy 8, and then only for a couple select stores did I buy 16. And I'm not sure how, but it was one of the stores that I only ordered 8 for. So the second one I won was with Mini Record. I want to leave. So I feel like it was maybe a day after I had finished the first fan sign, and I was like, oh, it's over. Like, I was breathing a sigh of relief. I was eating all of the snacks in the world because, you know, I hadn't eaten the day prior. And over the weekend, I get this email. We need another snack to deal with this. Let's eat this. It says Tic Tac, which I'm sure is not like American Tic Tacs, but what's interesting is it says beef flavor. Okay, I'm down. Let's see. That is a beef smell. Okay. It kind of is like our Tic Tacs, but like small and round. That was harder than I thought it was gonna be, but in a wonderful way. Tastes like, you know when you eat ramen dry, like you just crush it up and then you put the seasoning packet on it, and like children in Asia eat that as a snack? This tastes like that, so I love it. So yeah, I got that email and I was like, no. Like, I was like, no. There wasn't even an album like that for Mini Records, since they only do platforms. There wasn't even like a signed album as like a benefit or anything. Like, it was just a video call. There was no winner's PC. This sounds like a list of complaints, and it kind of is. Because, you know, if you win with MakeStar, there's like winners PCs, there's, you know, signed albums from other places, you know, like some kind of like memento of having to go through this experience. And there was nothing. There was nothing for Mini Record. They were like, you won a fan sign and that is what you won. You know, when your mom tells you like to just make it enough, like it felt like that. And I was like, oh. But honestly, since I had already like experienced what I thought was like the worst, the worst of it, which is like having to like meet Kim Hongjoong, I was like, this is fine. Like, I'm a person that like the first time that I meet somebody, like I'm really nervous because I don't know like how they're gonna react to me. Like, I don't know if our personalities are gonna get along well. Like, I don't know if they're just gonna like not like me for me, which, you know, to be fair, there's a lot of things not to like, let's be honest. But like, it just makes me really nervous to meet people for the first time. But like, from the second time on, I'm like, okay, well, you came back, so that's on you now. Like, the first time, like, I want to spare you from like me being awkward and just like weird. So like, I'm like, oh, you should not meet me. But like, if you're coming back for a second time, I'm like, well, you knew what you were getting into. So like, not that logic really applies in a fan sign sense, since like it is I who won the fan sign and I'm coming to him, like he's not coming. But anyway, my brain justified it like, well, it's the second time now. He already knows you're weird and awkward, so can't get any worse. I didn't really have as many reservations about winning the second fan sign. In fact, I didn't even tell my best friend, which I forgot about until now. I forgot I didn't even tell her. Hey, actually I spoke to Hongjoong twice. I didn't tell you about it because I wanted it to be a surprise. So, surprise. Are you surprised I made it? Are you surprised that like I was able to stay silent about it for this long? Like, it was hard. But yeah, so I won the second fan sign with him. The timing of it was so much better. This one was at 9 a.m., which was so much better for me because that meant that I could sleep and wake up at my normal time and like still have time to like get ready and whatever. The first time that I did the fan call, I like set up like I did here where I have this temporary desk right here because my thought process was like, okay, if it's super awkward and I don't know what to say and there's just like this awkward silence, I can just like slide out the way and be like, oh look, a show. Like that was my plan, was to just make myself a talking point. The second time I didn't even bother to set up my temporary desk. I was like, he knows. I was like, he knows. So I just filmed like at my normal filming setup, which just has a view of my like back door to my patio. Patio's in the back, right? Porch is in the front. Yeah. Just has like a view of the door of my patio, so like it's not interesting. And he was so sweet. He was so freaking handsome. I'm so mad. So I didn't actually get to film this one. I recorded the sound from the call.
I wonder that I want to ask today's morning, and you already make up and you like dressed up where? So is it for me? Yeah, I love it because when I saw you first time, you already so like
My heart.
We're all like so pretty and so thank you so much for preparing for me.
But Mini Record was not like Everline. Everline, they did like a call beforehand. So like you picked up and it was like a person from Everline verifying your information, asking you if you're ready, and then basically putting you on hold until, you know, they're ready to speak to you. Mini Record, I picked up the phone and Hongjoong's just like, like, hello, I can see you. And I was just like panicking and I hate it so much. I just like panicked and like I didn't, I don't know. But he was so sweet on the second fan sign call. You could tell there was like a huge difference between the call that we had first and then the second call, because I feel like he is also an introvert. This is basically just like a phone call between two introverts. Hongjoong is also very introverted. They did the whole like what is it called, MBTI thing, and he was an introvert. I am also an introvert. Fun fact, I am 99% introverted, if you ever wanted to know. Like I'm almost there, just 1 more percent. So like I feel like he also gets a little bit anxious on like meeting new people and like knowing what to say and such and so forth. And like it was a world of a difference on the second call. He picked up, recognized me, and he was like, hey, it's you. And I was like, oh, so you remember me? He's like, oh, yes, of course I do. He's like, I remember your hair. And I was like, fair and valid. But yeah, he just seemed like a lot more relaxed, and I was a lot more relaxed. And also it wasn't 4 a.m. So like, you know, that's something. So I was a little bit more myself. I was still like really nervous, kind of anxious because hello, I'm speaking to Kim Hongjoong, like, why? And so because I was a little bit more relaxed, I just straight up embarrassed myself. I made it a point to like find things to talk to him about. I was like, no, we're not doing this again. And so I wanted to compliment him on going on Yimu Jin's show, the one where he has them sit on a bench and like sing a song and talk about stuff. Because he sang a cover of Cupid by 50/50. I love that song. I'm like just like introduction. I really hope 50/50 doesn't disband. Like that's so sucky. But anyway, so yeah, Hongjoong sang a cover of that song. He sounded beautiful, perfect, amazing, wonderful, 10 out of 10, like Spider-Man 2. And so I wanted to talk to him about that. I wanted to, since this was like a few days later, I wanted to congratulate him because they had won the first show, whatever. So like just things to talk about. And I was like, okay, the first one was super awkward and like I blacked it out of my memory. I still couldn't remember like a good bit of what happened, but I was like, I'm determined. Like this is the last time I'm going to be able to speak to Kim Hongjoong, because I was like, I'm not doing this shit again. Like that was when I hung up my gom hat. I was like, okay, we're not doing this again. So I was like, I want to like just make it a great call, make it really memorable, make it fun, and, you know, kind of be myself. So yeah, I ended up just embarrassing myself, and I'm just like, freaking why am I like this? Because, okay, so I complimented him on going on the show, and then he was like, oh, well, what was your favorite part? And like, my brain was like moving faster than like I could like really comprehend. And so I started the sentence with, you're my bias. I really, really, really loved your cover of Cupid. You sang it so beautifully. I was really impressed.
Really? Do you like it?
Yes, I loved it. I listened to it 4 times.
Oh, really? What part is your favorite?
I mean, because you're my bias, I really love the rap part.
Rap part?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to hear that.
I meant to say that, like, I like rappers. It's not what I... And, like, he immediately started, like, laughing at me and, like... like, he was so taken aback. He was just, like... like, laughing at me. And I was just like, oh, my God. Can we end the call here? Like, oh my gosh. And I was like... I meant like the rap part. Like I like your rap part because you are a rapper, and like it was too late. He already knew. He knew. So now not only does Kim Hongjoong know what I freaking look like, he also knows that he is my bias. Like there's no hope for me. I can't be on this earth. But I did actually film after this fan sign because it was a decent hour. So I'll insert that clip as well, but yeah, freaking Kim Hongjoong. Okay, hello everybody. I'm a whole mess right now. I'm literally like shaking. I just got off the phone with Hongjoong. That's not a sentence I ever wanted to say in my life. But basically, I did not get to screen record it at all. Because like the last time we did this, again, not a sentence I thought I was gonna say, but like last time, like the people like called me and they were like, hey, like, are you ready? And so I had time to like turn on the screen recording and like do all that. But this time I picked up the phone and I was like, oh, hello. And then Hongjoong was just like, hey. I was like, oh my God. And I was trying not to panic. Okay, I'm not okay. I'm not fine. So what is also irritating is that I only managed during this time, because I didn't want to be awkward and just be like holding my phone to take like screenshots while he was talking. I should have, but I didn't want to be like rude. So instead I only got 1 screenshot and I'm so mad. I'm so mad about it because I only got a screenshot of him like waving goodbye, which was fine. That's really cute. But like there's a fucking Sephora ad over it. Like, are you serious? My one picture, Sephora? Really? So instead I'll just recap while I can remember, because again, I literally got off the phone with this man less than 60 seconds ago. I just was like, okay, bye, I love you, and just like turned on the camera. Why am I embarrassing? Why am I so embarrassing? Oh my God. Okay, we got this. So yeah, so Hongjoong just like dead ass called me, like there was no like intermediary for this fan sign. So like, thanks fucking mini record. So he popped up and like immediately he was like, oh, it's nice to see you again. And I was like, oh fuck, he knows. He knows. He remembers me. He knows I gotta leave. Like, I honestly wanted to end the call right there. Like, no, please don't. Please don't. And he was like, oh, it's so nice to meet you again and everything like that. And I was like, I'm so sorry because I was so tired last time, because it's now 8:12 a.m. as I'm filming this. But last time, I think he called me like 4 something in the morning, like, and I like dead ass blacked out. I was just like, I don't know what's happening anymore. I was so nervous. So I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't even like introduce myself last time. I was just like, I just started asking him questions. Like, I didn't even like say hello. I just know in my heart that I don't want to see that footage. So as of me filming this second part of this video, like, I have not even seen the footage from the first time I encountered Hongjoong, and like, so I was literally just like, Hongjoong, that last time, like, straight up, forget it. I even did this to him. I was like, just forget that time, okay? And he was like, okay, and then he did it too. It was the cutest thing ever. I wish y'all could see. I wish y'all could have saw. It was so cute. He was like, don't worry about it. Like, it's gone, it's gone. And so then we like went through this whole thing where we just like introduced. I was just like, hi, I'm Shy, nice to meet you. And he was like, oh, it's so good to see you for the first time. I swear to God, like, my love of Hongjoong is just through the freaking roof. Like, it is through the roof. But yeah, so we did all of that, and I have the voice recording, which like, I was able to like turn on my voice recorder, but I was not able to turn on my video recorder. So I may insert some clips of like his cute voice and things like that. We'll see. I don't know how good the quality is going to be, honestly. So I'm sorry if it's trash. But basically I told him that I watched him on Imogen's show, the thing where he like did some covers of some songs. And I told him that I really, really loved his cover of Cupid, because I did. It was awesome. If y'all hadn't seen that, like, go watch it. I might put a link to it. He did so good. I really loved that song. 50/50, like, they did something on that one. Anyway, and I told him I loved his like new hair color, and he was like, I can't, I'm so embarrassed. Like, every once in a while, the embarrassment just washes over me, and I'm like, oh God, no. Oh God, I just want to curl. Oh God. Okay, come on, before I forget everything and I black out again. Yeah, I told him I really liked his hair color and everything like that, and he asked me which part of his cover of 50/50 that I liked. And so I told him, I was like, well, I said deadass, I was like, well, you're my bias. So I love the rap part, because like, he's a rapper, like, it made sense in my mind, but now I'm just like, Shy, why would you say that? Why would you say that? I'm already home, but I want to go home. Okay, but yeah, so I like literally told him like he's my bias. He just started cracking up. He was just like, thank you so much. I was like, and then he was like, you know, like, your hair also looks really cute. You're really cute. And he was like, I remember seeing you the last time, like, your hair was different, but you just looked so cute. And I was like, I was about to run. I was like, I need to leave for my own safety. Like, Hongjoong can't be out here in these streets calling me cute, okay? No, it's, no. no, I won't have it. I won't have it. I was like, Hongjoong, my heart, you need to stop. I was like, you need to stop before I turn into a Delulu, okay? You need to quit. Out here having me big-headed thinking I'm cute. I'm not. I'm regular, okay? I am regular and proud of it. But he was like, oh my gosh, did you dress up like for me? And I was like, well, I'm not gonna wake up at 4 in the morning for anybody else, Hongjoong. I'm just gonna be dead ass. Like, of course it's for you. And he was like, thank you so much for always looking so cute for me. And I genuinely almost fled the scene. I was like, I can't take this if he's gonna be like this. Because I feel like last time, from what I can remember, which again is not much, because I just, I blacked that whole memory out. The whole thing is gone. I don't know where she went, but she ain't in here. But from what I can remember, like, he was just very cordial last time. I could be a liar. Like, I could have rolled back the footage and he could have been like the friendliest person on the earth. I genuinely don't remember. I guess we'll figure that out in editing. Anyway, but I feel like this time he was like super duper friendly. He was like in a great mood. He was so handsome. I'm so upset. I am so genuinely upset that the only screenshot I got of him has a fucking Sephora ad in it. Are you serious, Sephora? Are you serious? So mad. But yeah, that was all we had time to talk about. But I had really, honestly, such a fun time. I'm so glad that he didn't call me at 4 in the damn morning again. Like, 8's fine. I'm up usually around 5 or 6, depending on my mood. So like 8, perfectly fine. So I'm just gonna like weep, move to somewhere else, get a new face. I can't walk around with this face. Hongjoong has seen my face twice now and he fucking recognized me like, oh no, oh no, that's not the life that I ever wanted to live. Like, oh no, I'm trying to like windshield wiper it away. I'm like, nope, leave, bye. But yes, okay, so that was it for today's phone call. Oh my God, I don't know. I'm in a mix of emotions. Like I'm very, of course, I am very, very, very happy and glad to meet him. I know I am incredibly lucky. Like how, like genuinely how did I win this fan sign with a whole 16 albums? Like what is going on here? But yeah. So that's what happened today. I'm so sorry I couldn't record this one, like, but I have the one recording, and I have a terrible screenshot, but I got to talk to him with both of his hair colors, and like, I honestly couldn't ask for anything more. I will continue to love and support Ateez and Hongjoong until infinity. He's the sweetest man on this earth, and like, I need to go now because Hongjoong called me cute. Okay, bye. Yeah, so after that fan call, I actually felt pretty good. I was like, that's a good note to end this on. Like, I did the best that I could do. And color me surprised when a couple of weeks later, and yes, I do mean a couple of weeks, it took quite a while, a package shows up at my caddy and it's from Mini Record. And I was like, but we already got the album. It's like, what are you talking about? And Proxynym shows me a picture and it's this. So I got a signed postcard from Hongjoong, which is really great. I didn't know it came in this Mini Record top loader. That's kind of cool. There's nothing on the back, otherwise I would like take it off the thing, but I don't want it to get bent at all, so like, no. But yeah, so I actually won a signed postcard. I love it. I love how he just like draws his exclamation point. It's so cute. It's so cute and I love it. This is perfect to frame. I'm still deciding if I want to get a bigger frame and put this and the page, or if I want to leave the page in the book and just frame this. I don't know yet, so that's why I haven't like unwrapped anything. But yeah, I won 2 freaking fan signs with Kim Hongjoong. I am both grateful and blessed and also traumatized and never want to do that again. Also, I'm so sorry to my two friends for not telling you. Like, I didn't know how to, the first time it's like, okay, yeah, that could happen. The second time it's like, you know, and also there's just, not that my friends would ever, you know, say anything negative or bad. I'm sure they would have like congratulated me. I just wasn't sure if I wanted to say anything to anyone at all, just because of all of the discourse going on recently about people winning multiple fan signs. Even though I in no way attempted to win this fan sign, I did not want to win this fan sign. And I ended up winning with only 8 albums. The first one, Everline, I won with 16 albums, and then Mini Record, I won with 8. So like, that was truly just luck of the draw. It was just meant to be on that one. Straight up Ateez destiny. So like, I just didn't want to get into that whole thing and then have people be mean to me because I'm sensitive and I will cry. Like, please don't be mean to me. I don't really care if people win 20 fan signs. In fact, I know a Gom who does win like multiple fan signs during an era, and I'm always so happy for her. She's a Mingi bias, and she is the loveliest Ateez like on this earth. She's so great, and so I'm always so happy for her when she does get it, when she does win or when she does get in. Because first of all, it's never guaranteed. And secondly, that's a happy occasion. Like, if she's comfortable doing with that and, you know, she's being respectful to him, like, I have no qualms. I'm so happy for you. I want every Ateez who wants to win a fan call to be able to have that opportunity and talk to them. And I don't feel like people who do win should get bashed for winning, because running a group order is not easy. Okay, like, we'll leave it at that. So if you are one of the people who are going to try to bash me in the comments for winning multiple fan signs, please don't. Okay? Don't do that to anybody, not just me. Like, don't do that. But yeah, so I spoke to Kim Hongjoong twice. I hate it. I hate it here. I hate it. I can't be anonymous now. Like, if he sees me on the streets, first of all, he's gonna recognize me by my hair. He's gonna be like, I know that pink hair girl, that potato shaped pink hair girl. I know her. And yeah, it's awful. It's awful. It's even more awful that, I'm sure you know where this is going. We won a 3rd fan sign. However, I would like to point out that the 3rd fan sign is actually the fan sign I won first. What I mean by that. So, I have been an Ateez merch Gom forever. I buy all Ateez merch. I buy all of the birthday merch for all 8 members. Anything they drop, I buy. There's not a singular merch drop that I can remember past Fever 1. I feel like I skipped, they had like one merch drop that was like a cup. I didn't buy the cup. Do I slightly regret it? Yes. But I really didn't need the cup. Besides that, I have bought all of their merch since like forever. And so I've been an Ateez merch Gom forever. It's a whole lot easier. It's a whole lot easier because people can just pick what they want. There's no sorting. We just, But anyway, so I'm sure all Ateez watching this video know Ateez loves, and I do mean loves, to torture us with Wonderwall merch. I own everything Wonderwall makes in every single color. I wish I was kidding, but I'm really not. Just because they drop merch with them so often and you have to buy the merch to get the photo card, all those things, capitalistic things. So Wonderwall usually does fan calls. They do lucky draws, like true, like lucky draws, not like lucky draws like the cards. They do lucky draws to win like signed merch. Like there was like a signed hat that they like raffled off through a lucky draw once. They've done video calls, like all sorts of things. And again, I have hosted for every single thing from the time they started with Wonderwall. I have never won anything. I have never won not a singular thing. And I have bought a ton of merch. I mean like millions of won worth of merch at one time, and I have never won a singular thing. They've done Polaroids, like so many things. I've never won. But tell me why I get done with this second fan sign, lay my head down to go to sleep, when I get this email. Like, are you serious? I genuinely believe that there was just something in the air, because like I said, I have been hosting for Wonderwall for years, buying a ton of merch, like something that I feel like if you were trying to win that fan sign, like that's the type of money that you would need to be spending. Never once won anything. And I was salty because I wanted that signed Polaroid so bad, and I have never won one from Wonderwall. But yeah, so I got that email, the Chukamnida email that I hate, and it's like, hey girl, you won the fan sign. And I was like, no, I didn't. Take it back. No, I didn't, because I didn't enter one. I was like, what are you even talking about? So I go to the website, and like, apparently a month before the like comeback even started, they put out the winners list of who won for the, well, what Wonderwall is now calling themselves, Hot Global, but it's Wonderwall. Everything still comes in Wonderwall packaging, like it's Wonderwall, but they put on a hat, so whatever. So I go check the website, and like, sure enough, I'm there on the winners list. Like, still low down. Okay, it wasn't first. Let's be real. And it was like, oh yeah, we announced this on like May 25th or something like real far back. And I was like, and y'all are telling me this now? Like now? And it turns out they were telling me this now because now is the fan sign. Like, apparently they were holding the contest back in May, but like the fan sign wasn't until June during comeback season when they were doing all the other fan signs. Makes sense if I think about it, but I was like, you should have told me then. Like, what is wrong with you? Although I guess if I would have checked the winner's announcement, I would have known. But then why would I check? Because I've never won, and I didn't expect to win, and I honestly didn't want to win. I was like, oh, if it had been a Polaroid, like I would have tried harder, but it was a fan call, so I was like, I'll take one set. I sound so ungrateful in this video. I promise I love Ateez and I love Hongjoong, but like, I'm not a fan sign girly. So yeah, it turns out that not only did I win the fan sign, the pain, I'm just remembering the trauma. I learned that it was an OT8 fan sign, which means not only did I have to speak to Kim Hongjoong again, I had to speak to all of my freaking children. Every single one of them. I had to look them all in their eyes and awkwardly greet them. Oh, never before did I want to go home so badly. And I was already home. But I wanted to go home even more than I was already home, if that makes sense. It doesn't, but it does. So yeah, they emailed me that, and they're like, hey, yeah, fan signs in like a week or something. Like, that one gave me like the longest amount of time between when I was being notified and when the actual fan sign was. And so it turned out that this fan sign was being held during the last week of promotions. In fact, I think it was like the last day of promotions was when this fan sign was being held. And it was just kind of cathartic because it was like, I met Hongjoong like on the day of the comeback, like the day the comeback started. And I am meeting him again when the comeback ends. Like, if that's not A&E destiny, I truly don't know what is. Not that I want to do it again. You won't catch me in these streets. But yeah, so my panic and dread started in all over again, because if it had just been Hongjoong, I would have already seen him twice. I'd been like, hey, how's your mama and them? Like, because like at that point, I've already seen you twice. Like, you know, I'm gonna be weird. I'm gonna be awkward. Like, it's fine. But like, I had to go through the awkward meeting phase 7 times. 7 times in one call. And like, it was so stressful. It was so stressful. So I debated. I was like, okay, do I want to like move my temporary desk back out so I could film right here in case I need to just... That's how you know I'm panicking, when I just slide out the frame and start pointing at my shelf. It's like, well, Shai's panicking, so I was like, do I want to do that, or do I just want to, you know, film at my normal desk? Like, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And again, I couldn't talk to my best friend because I didn't even tell her that I won the second one. So I was like, how am I supposed to tell her that I won a third one? Like, that would be too much to catch up on in this short span of time. We don't have time for that. So I was like, I just have to deal with this myself. So to help me like calm my anxiety, I just like made a list. I made a list of like one thing to say to each member. And then I was like, if I really run out of things, I'll just like ask them their favorite track on the album. Like, we'll figure something out. But I like had a list just in case like I asked them that and there was still like an awkward pause. I was like, okay, second question. Thankfully, for the most part, it didn't come to that. For the most part. I'm sorry, the trauma's hitting me again. Oh gosh. Yeah. So it ended up like, I swear something was in the air. The way that the fan sign like proceeded, Hongjoong was the very last member that I talked to. I kind of like prepared myself to talk to him first, and that way I would like be able to calm down a little bit and like get a sense of the fan sign and all of that, and then, you know, move to the other members. Nope. He was last. I feel like it was just to spite me. They're like, no, you're not gonna get your comfort idol until last, so deal with that. So yeah, the first member that I talked to was Mingy, and like I was ready to change my bias. I was like, Mingy, tell me why he is the sweetest man on this earth.
Change outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Good.
Like, I'm so very lucky that he is the first one that I spoke to. Like, I don't know. There's just something about Mingy. I can't explain it to you. Like, the way he spoke was just so calm and comforting, and he was like so chill about everything. He didn't mind that I was so fucking awkward, and he was just like, hey, how you doing? Did you eat? You good? Like, I was like, literally, I was like, well, guess Minky's my bias now. Oh, I love that man like so much, to the moon and back. It was downhill from there. That's so rude. Please don't take like anything I say with like offense if like, you know. obviously, I keep saying it, but I feel like somebody's still gonna like take it the wrong way. I obviously love all of Ateez. I love every single member. Like, yes, Kim Hongjoong is my ult, but I truly adore every single member in Ateez for who they are. It's just, I am such a mess as a human. It's bad. So like, I spoke to Yuno next, and like, Yuno was so funny and so sweet. And I was wearing cat ears because that was like my tactic for the day of like, if I run out of things to talk about, like, oh, look, cat ears. Distraction. So yeah, you know, he was just like, oh, you're wearing cat ears. And I was like, yes, you know.
Oh, yeah, thank you. You too.
I really like your makeup.
Thank you, too. Thank you. So maybe,
Yeah, I wear my cat ears today.
Oh yeah, you're my oh yeah, you're my oh yeah, you're my oh yeah, you're my
Why?
Okay, editing Shy here. As I'm editing that, I just now heard that. Like, I couldn't hear him during the fan call, and even when I was like putting the sound together, I really didn't hear it. But like wait a minute, what was that? dead in my eyes and said that with a straight ass face? What the hell, you know? The fact that I didn't get it at all. He was probably waiting for me to like react to that, and I was just like, ah, ha, 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 you know. Wow, okay, I need to go. I can't do this. I am in fact. Like, it was so awkward. It was so awkward, and I'm so glad that it was like 60 seconds. It's really only enough time to be like, hey, look at that one thing. Okay, bye. Because, oh my God. So after that, I talked to Seonghwa. Oh my God. Like, if you don't know, Seonghwa is the member that got me into Ateez. It was that clip of like Wooyoung aggressively sitting on his lap and like Seonghwa just like trying to smile through the pain. I thought his smile was so freaking beautiful that I was like, I must know where this person is from. Like, what group are they? Like, and then Ateez, 18, here I am. So it was literally Park Seonghwa who like got me to look into and then find and discover and love and adore and spend all my money on Ateez. And so like when Seonghwa got on the call, like the first thing he did was just like look at me and then have this gigantic, beautiful freaking smile on his face.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And I was just like, it was that. I was just like, oh my God, he's so beautiful. It's blinding. And so much. And so, yeah, I was just like extra nervous about Seonghwa just because I was just like, he was so beautiful. Like my mind was blank. I was just like, I can't think of words. I don't know what to say to him. That's so embarrassing to say. Like, you're a full grown ass woman. Like, but he is truly just that gorgeous, okay? When you look Park Seonghwa in his eyeballs and he starts smiling at you, you see how well you do, okay? Okay. Anyway, so after that, I got hit with a double whammy because after Seonghwa, freaking Yeosang came up and I'm like, wow, why are my sons so beautiful? Good Lord. So yeah, Yeosang like came out and dazzled my freaking eyeballs, and I like didn't know what to say to him either. I was just like, you are so handsome and I love your like thing. And then so cute. I love it when I get them to say like English words that like are cute in their accents. Basically anything with an L for Hongjoong, he sounds super adorable saying. And like Yeosang ended up saying accessory. He called it his nose accessory. And the way he says accessory, I swear to God, is the cutest thing on this earth. Like, you'll have to fight me.
Thank you. Bouncy accessory. My part.
It is so cute. But Yeosang was really fun to talk to. He was such a cutie, and he like noticed, y'all can't see it, hold on. That wasn't there, so just ignore that. But like he noticed my Hongjoong rug. So yeah, he noticed my Hongjoong rug up there and he like pointed it out. He was like, oh, you like Hongjoong? And then just started maniacally laughing. And I was like, yes. Like I didn't know how to respond to that, honestly.
Wow, you're behind the Hongjoong.
I was just like, I don't know what is funny about that, but okay, Yeosang, if you're happy, I'm happy, honestly. And then came the call that still haunts my fucking nightmares. Like, I am not kidding. I'm not joking. So after Yeosang, I spoke to San. It was, I'm gonna sound so dramatic when I say this, but it was kind of the worst thing on this earth. It is everything that like my anxiety thought that doing a fan sign with Ateez was gonna be and more. Like, it's not that he was like mean or like anything like that. It is just, it was truly the definition of when two introverts get on a phone call. Like at what point? I'm sorry. It was just like, oh my God, it was so much. It like literally at one point, we were just staring at each other, like dead silent, just staring at each each other because neither of us knew what to say. And like, I feel like he was like waiting for me to say something, but I didn't have nothing. So I was waiting for him to say something and we just didn't have anything. So we were just staring at each other in silence.
I'm so good. How are you today?
I swear to God, 60 seconds has never felt like more of an eternity than that fan call with San. Like, I can't. And like, I get it because like, obviously I'm the same way. And San has like mentioned in like interviews and things that he's done that like, he gets really like nervous and in his head the first time that he meets somebody, and like, he never knows what to say, and so he's kind of quiet. And I'm like, same, baby, same. So it's not like I didn't enjoy like seeing him or talking to him or I guess staring at him in awkward silence. It was just like so much, like, because I was like panicking. I was like, what do I do? I was like trying to figure out, and like I totally like blanked out and forgot that like I had a list sitting like right in eyesight because I was panicking so much, and I was just like, I don't know what to do. And like, I swear to God, it felt like an eternity. I was just like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I ask him? What do I say? And like, I was just spiraling so fast. And like, literally to this day, I still just think about that randomly. I'm like, wow, remember that time you just stared at San and had nothing to say to that man? Like, I feel so bad. Like, I really did try to like have something to say to everybody, but like, I got so overwhelmed with the silence that like, I couldn't remember anything. And like, I just totally blanked out on San, and I feel so bad about it. I really do. But I did like semi recover and ended up asking him about his hand of all things. Because I had read on Twitter that like San hit his hand and like it was like injured, and like KT and he were worried about it. So that's like how I ended up breaking the silence. I was like, is your hand okay? Like so freaking randomly. And he was like, what are you talking about? He was like, yeah. And he was like, oh no. And like, that kind of like broke him out of his silence. He was like, oh no, it's okay. And everything like that. But like, I heard your hand was hurt. Are you okay? It's all good. I'm happy to hear it. I was a little bit worried. Like, yeah, that one was rough. That was rough for me. Like, oh God, still makes me sweaty just thinking about it. Oh my God. So after that, I caught such a lucky break that I got to speak to freaking Jong-oh. Oh, if you don't know, I absolutely love Jong-oh. Jong-oh is the reason I collect OT8. Like, that man, the power that man holds over me is so strong. I had a lot to say to Jong-oh. How beautiful, how talented, how amazing. Like, I just, Jong-oh, I feel like it's a little bit different because like, that's my baby. That's my baby. So I was genuinely like so excited when I saw Jong-oh. I was like, oh my God, oh my gosh. And I kind of like got life again. I was like, okay, you can do this. You can do this. Like, he gave me confidence that like, I can make it to the end where I would find Kim Hongjoong. So yeah, I spoke to Jong-oh. I'm so ecstatic about it to this day. He was so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, he's so freaking beautiful. And it was like right when he had dyed his hair to purple. So I got to talk to purple Jong-oh of all things. Like, I ascended. I ascended. He looks so freaking gorgeous. And I think it was like the showcase where they were wearing hanbok, like modified hanbok. I'll put a link to all of the music shows that they had come from right before my fan call. So in case you want to watch that and see if they're wearing whatever, you can. But yeah, so he looked absolutely stunning. It was right when he dyed his hair, and I was just like, Jong-oh, my baby. I of course did not call him that because that would be weird. Like, don't be weird. But I just really complimented him on like how far he's come vocally. I of course complimented him on like how incredibly handsome he is, and like he sang my favorite part of my favorite song on the album to me. He was like, oh, you know, what's your favorite song? And
Yes,
Maybe first bouncy,
mm-hmm.
and second is maybe two because new song is very enjoying and exciting in recording time.
Mm-hmm.
So I second
Dude, yeah. My favorite is Wake Up. Mm-hmm. You sound perfect on that song. I was so impressed. I was like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. Really like that. And so my favorite was Wake Up. Fun fact, that was not the favorite of any member of Ateez. Way to be different. Like most of them picked, I think, Dune or Django, but they like all asked me and they were like, oh, Wake Up's your favorite. Like they looked at me like I was the odd one for liking a song that is on their album. Like, they're like, what an interesting choice. But yeah, it literally was not the favorite of any member of Ateez. I low-key thought like the best chance I had to being like, oh, we have the same song, the same favorite song would be Jong-oh, but he was no, not even Jong-oh was that his favorite song. And I was like, you the one, you. Anyway, so yeah, Jong-oh sang the like melody from Wake Up to me, and I was just like, well, this is it. I can't go up from here. Like I can only ever go down from here. This is it. He was so sweet, so kind, so lovely. And then there was Wooyoung. Wooyoung has a reputation for fan calls. I didn't know how it was gonna go. I know that like he can be very flirty on fan calls. If 18 are flirty to him, like he will flirt back, like no hesitation. So I did not know what to say to Wooyoung, honestly. I was just like, I don't know how this is gonna go. It was literally hella awkward part 2 Electric Boogaloo. Like that's how it went. So yeah, it was literally just me staring at Wooyoung at one point. Like it felt like it was different than like the awkward silence with San. Like with San, I could tell he was trying to think of something, and like I was trying to think of, like we were both trying to think of something, but like being so introverted that we were coming up blank. Wooyoung, it was not the same silence. Okay, silence, it was not the same. Have you ever been to a job interview and then they like ask you a question that either you don't know the answer to or that you were not expecting to be asked and you have no like prepared response to? It was like that. Like the way that he stared at me, he was just like, you need to say the right thing next. And I was like, I don't know what the right thing is. I don't know what you want me to say, Jung Woo-young. I really don't. Jung Woo-young kind of low-key terrified me. I was just like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell this man. I don't know. Like it was like a weird feeling like nothing that I'd say would be right. And like it has nothing to do with him, of course. Like Wooyoung is the sweetest person, but like it was really just like an extrovert versus introvert thing. Like he was ready to have like a whole conversation and I was ready to be like, hi, what's your favorite song? Bye. Like we were on 2 different pages and it showed. So that was fun that I got to stare at a second Ateez member awkwardly. Wonderful, wonderful for me. Love that. Yeah, can't get enough of it. And then finally, after freaking Wooyoung, I got to go to my resting place, Hongjoong. It everything and also just like dread all at once, just for him to, because when he came on the call, he was just like, oh, hello, 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 you know, like general, like, hello, you know, I am on the phone, I am connected, I can hear you, whatever, whatever, whatever. But then like he saw me and recognized me, and like he was up here and he was just like, like I could see him physically like recognize me, and I was like, this is not ever where I wanted to be. I don't want to be here. I want to leave. He was like, please don't recognize me. Like, this man knows my face now. Like, he knows. And I was like, oh shit. Like, he knows me now. And he was like, oh, hey. See you again. Hey. He was of course like so very sweet about it. I took the time to just express how grateful I am to have found Ateez and to have found him, and how, you know, just proud of him for how far Ateez has come and everything like that, and how hard he works. I just basically wanted to show my appreciation, because I was like, okay, for realsies, this is the last one. We're not doing this again. Like, we're not. So I just kind of wanted to just express my gratefulness to him, and he ended up like matching my sincerity, him being him. And he was like, you know, I was really happy to see you at the beginning of the era, you know, because you're a new 18E or 18E. He has a teen before. I'm not new. Trust me, I'm old. I'm old, Hongjoong. Just trust and believe. I'm mortgage teeny. Mortgage teeny meaning like you're old enough that nobody would question if you have a mortgage. Doesn't mean you have one. Just means you look like you're old enough that you could. There's a difference. But he was just like, yes, I was so happy to meet you at the beginning of the era. Like, you gave me a lot of energy and everything like that. And now, you know, at the end of the era, I get to see you again, and, you know, all of that.
Yeah, actually, I'm so happy that, like, beginning of the promotion, we have time to talk, right? So you make that chance, and the end of a promotion, you make another chance. So,
I was just really lucky.
yeah, thank you so much for that. Yeah, and I get so many energy from you in this promotion. So, yeah, I really hope to meet you in person.
So he was just being so incredibly freaking melt in your mouth sweet, and I was just like, I'm gonna cry. Like, don't do it. And so I ended up ending the call on a really good note, and with that was it. Oh my God, we made it. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I ended up winning a total of 3 fan signs this era, although technically one of them I won before the era even started. So does that even count? I don't even know. Honorable mention, I did actually try for an event during the era. They were doing lucky draws with Moo? Yeah, with Moo. And so I did actually try, because they were like, oh, if you win, it's not a fan sign, it's not a fan call, but you'll win a signed lucky draw. And I was like, I absolutely want that. I never win the signed Polaroid, so like I would love to have a signed photo card. So I did host like a very large go. I think it ended up being 196, 200 something lucky draws. But yeah, I did host that, and I did win this Mingy signed lucky draw. I freaking love it, especially with how like bias wrecked I was with Mingy on that fan call. Like, this is truly the cherry on top of everything. So yeah, this one wasn't like a fan signed fan call, but like I did enter an event and I did actually win it. So I am so grateful that I finally like won one of the things that I actually wanted and intended to win. So yeah, honorable mention on this one. But yeah, that was an experience. I'm so glad I had these snacks to comfort me. I know I said the coffee one was my favorite, but like, dead ass, I'm enjoying this savory snack. Truly. I haven't had a bad one yet, and I've just been munching on things in this box this whole time. So, yeah, this has been great. I'm not built for this. Oh God, I'm so glad today was the last day of promotions of whatever this video is. Oh my God, I can't do this. Can't do this anymore. So I just got off of my Fansign call with Ateez. Like, handling just Hongjoong was already like more than I was capable of personally. So to then be thrown on a call chaotically with Ateez, like, what did I do? What did I do to deserve this disrespect? I feel like, again, and I have not watched any footage of any of this back, so just take what I say with kind of just like point of view, you're me. But like, first of all, okay, I have to change my bias record of Mingy. That's that's just what it is. That, I swear to God, he is the sweetest man on this earth. Like, he gives me faith in all men. He's that sweet. He was just really kind, and he was really gentle, and he was so cute. He was so cute. The cuteness. Oh, and he was so sweet. He was like, did you eat? It's morning, you need to eat. And I was like, I can't be consuming anything before I meet Ateez, or it's coming back. Like, no. And he was like, as soon as this is over, you need to eat. I'm gonna just eat this granola because I'm not gonna be able to eat a full meal. But I can't lie to Mingy. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna eat. My stomach is just like, but I'm gonna eat this granola as I recount this tale to you. So just don't mind that, okay? So yeah, I'm gonna be talking with a mouthful of granola. Please don't mind that. So yeah, Mingy was the first one that I talked to, and he was so sweet. I was kind of hoping I would get Hongjoong first. That way he could like reassure me and be like, you can do this, it's okay. Tell me why, just because I wanted Hongjoong first. I didn't get Hongjoong till last, like dead last. But yeah, so I literally didn't know who was coming up. It wasn't in any kind of like age order or anything like that. It was just like, boom, there's a Mingy. I literally don't even remember what came in next. Like, they all came at me so quickly. So I'll just talk to you in the order that I remember them, not necessarily the order that I spoke to them. That I do remember first was Mingy, and last was Hongjoong. I like panicked. Also, I'm wearing cat ears just so I would have a talking point. Like, because I didn't know what to say to OT and Ateez, honestly. I still don't. I'm just like, you did great. I did try to congratulate them all on winning 5 weeks of shows. I was like, I'm so proud of you. Like, you did great. You look handsome. I love your makeup. Like, I was trying. And it was like, okay, for the most part. The only one that I just was like, I want to leave. I want to leave was Hongjoong. Like, and it's not because he was like flirty or anything, because I would have just straight up died on the spot. It was just because like, it was so awkward. Like, cause I said like all the things, and then like the other members took that as a cue, like, okay, she stopped talking. I'll say words now, you know, cause that's how conversations go. Hongjoong was like, no, I want you to compliment me more. Like, I'm waiting. And I was like, I don't have anything else. Cause I didn't want to like be weird or like cringy or anything like that. So I was just like, you look handsome. I love your stage. Like, and he was just like waiting for more. And I was just like, I don't know what to say. So there was just like this long, awkward, silent pause. And then for your song, I filmed right here at my desk because I didn't feel like moving everything. because for my first fan sign, I like moved my whole desk and everything so it could be in front of my shelf in case I, again, needed a talking point so I could just like slide out the way and be like, hey, look, things. I try to create these like escape measures for myself. I'm like, I don't know. So you can see my shelf a little bit. But yeah, so when I was talking to Yo-sang, I believe, again, my memory is just, she is, so if I get it wrong, just, I can't. Everything is so jumbled in my brain right now. But I'm pretty sure I was talking to Yo-sang and I was complimenting him on his little like Nelly Band-Aid for aesthetics, but it's bedazzled nose strip thing, you know, because it's real cute. And he was like, oh, my accessory. Also, he said accessory in the cutest way. Like, he's also now my bias worker. And he like saw my Hongjoong rug and he was like, oh, you got Hongjoong back there. And I was like, don't ask about it. Because I just don't want to have to say on camera to an Ateez member again that my bias is Hongjoong. I regret. I'm so full of regret. This is literally that's why I didn't want to do this, because I didn't want to say something dumb and I ended up saying something dumb. So prophecy fulfilled, honestly. But I think thankfully after that like time was up, I think I got like 60 seconds or so with each member, which is why I'm astounded that like, again, that long awkward pause. Like you couldn't fill 60 seconds shy. What's wrong with you? But so yeah, Yo-sang was really, really sweet. I think like 3 of the members pointed out my cat ears and liked them. I don't remember which 3. I don't know. Like, I just like, it's such a weird experience being passed around to people and then like, you don't ever know like who's gonna pop up next. So I was like really, really nervous. I was just like, bye-bye. And like, before I could even like breathe again, I was hearing hello and I was like, hello. And like, I couldn't see them yet because it takes a while for like the screen to load. So they were like, hello. And I was like, hello. Just like in the dark. And then they would just pop up all of a sudden. I'm like, oh, hello. Oh, I want to go home. There's a white lady walking her dog. She scared the shit out of me. But yeah, I also asked all the members what was their favorite song after the album. I think everybody picked either Dune or Dango or both. And then they would like ask me to be polite. They were like, oh, what's your favorite song, you know? Filling the silence. I'm never gonna be over that. And like I would say wake up and they're like, oh, like I don't know why they seem shocked. Like genuinely shocked that that's my favorite song on the album. Like, I thought it was really good. Like, what? Did y'all hear Jongho? Oh my God. Sorry. My memory just came back. Jongho sang the part in Wake Up for me. Like, I was trying so hard not to scream. Oh, my little baby angel. I love him. He's also my bias record. Like he's not my full ass bias. Okay. But no, I'll try to play some clips of cute things. I don't know how I'm going to edit this video. Honestly, it seems chaotic. I didn't even like do one of these like recaps after the first one because I didn't know it was going to turn into a whole thing where I was going to need to recap. And I honestly, the first one was like, I don't want to say like the worst because like I didn't enjoy it, but like the first one was like for sure the hardest one. Both because of like my nerves and everything like that, but also because of the time that it was scheduled. Like this is the latest one that I've gotten, which was like 10 p.m. in Korea. So it's like 9 a.m. here. And I was like number 13th in line. It did not take long. They were like, promotions are done. We need to get this going. But yeah, okay. We're gonna wrap this up. I need to finish my granola. Cause again, I cannot lie to Sung Min-gi. Like, no. So, okay, I'm done here. Future shy? Probably future shy. Let's wrap up this video. Go. So I didn't actually think I was going to win anything from Wonderwall either. It didn't say that it, like, again, came with any signed albums, came with a Polaroid, came with a hat, like nothing. Like, I feel like all the ones that I won didn't really have a winner's benefit. But then again, you know, a couple of weeks go by and then this shows up in the at my chaotic, and I was like, what is this? And Proxina was like, it's your winner's benefit. It is actually signed by OT8. I love it, I love it, I love it. But yeah, so I did actually get winner's benefits from all of the stores that I won from, but none of them are the winner's benefits that I had expected. Let's put it like that. I don't know how I'm popular enough to even get a sponsor, but I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. And yes, I will leave their links and their social down below in case you want to try any of the snacks or treats that I tried, or if you just want to try them in general, look into them, all of that fun stuff. But thank you again so much to TryTreats for sponsoring this video. These snacks really helped me just process a lot of my trauma. And until the next time that I can't even say that. We're not even gonna put that into the universe. Until the next time I see you. Bye. Bye.
So have a good day.
You too.
Love you.
Love you.